Right now, as you're watching this, your body might be preparing for a threat that doesn't exist. Your heart rate is slightly elevated, your muscles slightly tensed, your mind is slightly scanning, and we call it normal. Yoga calls it something entirely different. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you ancient techniques practiced by yogis for thousands of years that the modern science is just now starting to understand. Modern science has understood the vagus nerve just about 50 years ago, but yogis have mapped it 5,000 years ago. In fact, they mapped every single nerve in our body, and they call the vagus nerve as Ida Nadi. And the technique that they have built around this is the most powerful technique known to human race, and most of us have never tried. Friends, let me ask you one thing. When was the last time you felt really calm? Not tired, not distracted, not scrolling, but truly calm. Genuinely, fully, deeply calm. If you are struggling to remember, then you are not alone, and you are not broken, but your nervous system might be stuck. It is stuck in a constant sympathetic mode. Let me tell you what is exactly happening in your body right now. Your nervous system has two modes. Mode 1, the sympathetic nervous system. This is designed for danger, for accidents, and for moments of genuine threats. Mode 2, the parasympathetic nervous system, which takes care of rest and repair. This is where healing happens. This is where creativity lies. This is where sleep actually deeply restores us. Modern life has a very specific problem, friends. It keeps us stuck in this sympathetic nervous system mode 24 hours, 7 days a week. And it is not because we are in danger, because our nervous system cannot tell the difference between a threat and a notification on a phone. Every email that needs a reply, every deadline, every argument, every scroll through the news, your nervous system reads it in the same way. And yogis, they didn't call it the sympathetic nervous system. They had their own mapping, and it is far more precise than most people realize. I need to explain you something that many people get completely wrong. When we feel stressed, anxious, or stimulated, what exactly do? We watch something, we scroll, or we sit on a couch and tell ourselves that we are relaxing. And we feel better for maybe 20 minutes, and then the stress comes back. Why? Because passive rest does not shift our nervous system. Think of it this way. Imagine you've been running a marathon. Your muscles are burning, exhausted, you are very tired, and then someone tells you, just sit down, don't run anymore, you'll be fine. And you do that. What exactly happens? You feel good for maybe 20 minutes or until you are resting, but then the pain comes back. That rest did not heal your muscles. Healing requires active recovery, specific movements, specific care, and our nervous system works exactly the same way. Scrolling does not reset it. In fact, we are stimulating our brain more and more when we are scrolling. It is still scanning, it is processing. You are still in sympathetic mode. Yes, friend, you are still in a fight or flight mode, even if you are sitting on a couch with a phone in your hand. And here's the interesting part. Even sleep does not fix it, because nowadays our sleep doesn't reach the depth it needed. And yogis call it vikshipta state, the distracted mind that cannot rest even if the body is still. And friends, the exit is not more rest. The exit is right activation, a deliberate conscious shift from Pingala to Ida, from sympathetic to parasympathetic. And that is exactly what we're going to learn now. Friends, if what you're hearing is making sense, then please subscribe to the channel. Every single video here is made with a single purpose, to bring this ancient wisdom to our modern lives. Ancient roots, modern language, for all of us to live a healthy and happy life. Now the practice. There are two steps to the practice, and as I've told you, it is grounded in ancient wisdom and modern science. So before we can fix our nervous system, we first need to understand it, scan it. So step number 1 of the practice is SAJAG body scan. It only takes 2 minutes. Sit comfortably on a chair, gently close your eyes, scan your body slowly, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Notice tension, notice your breath, notice if there is any heaviness. And don't try to change anything, just notice. And that's it. Friends, this seemingly simple step activates your prefrontal cortex, the seat of rational awareness, and disengages the amygdala, the alarm system that has been running the show. You are moving from reaction to observation, from autopilot to SAJAG state, aware state. 2 minutes, that is all it takes. But these are the most important 2 minutes of the entire technique, because without awareness, no technique can reach to you. No technique can work until we are fully present and aware. Now here is the step number 2, alternate nostril breathing, also called as Nadi Shodhana. This is the heart of today's practice. Nadi meaning channel and Shodhana meaning purification. Nadi Shodhana, purifying the nerve channels. So here's the practice. Bring your hand up and you move your fingers in this pattern. Form this pattern with your hand if you can. I know it is a struggle, but you will master this with time. So your ring finger and your little finger are together, your index and your middle finger are together, and then your thumb is just resting here. Now you simply close your left nostril with your ring finger and you just gently rest your thumb on your right nostril, while these two fingers, your middle finger and your index finger, are resting on your forehead. Now close your left nostril and inhale for the count count of 4 from your right nostril. Let's do this together. Closing our left nostril and inhaling for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now close your right nostril with your thumb. So now both of your nostrils are closed. Now hold for the count of 4. Hold, 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 hold. And now open your left nostril and exhale from the left nostril for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then inhale again from your left nostril for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you exhale from your right nostril for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this completes one round. Try to practice for 8 to 10 rounds every single time you're doing this. And remember, your exhales are longer than your inhales, because when you exhale for a longer duration, your vagus nerve is stimulated. The parasympathetic nervous system is activated, and that shifts you into parasympathetic mode, the rest mode, the calmness mode. Pingala quits and Ida awakens. So friends, our nervous system was not designed for the pace of this modern world, and we are not designed to live in this emergency mode forever. Otherwise, we will simply burn out. As you now understand, yogis knew about this many years ago before the modern science could even reach there. They learned that breath is the only function in our body that is both automatic and voluntary. That means it can run by its own and you can also control it. It is the remote control of your body. You cannot control your heart rate directly. You cannot control your hormones, but you can control your breath, and it can further control both your heart rate and your hormones. In fact, through your breath, you can influence everything else in your body. Our breath is the bridge between unconsciousness, consciousness, and superconsciousness. So friends, do this practice every single morning for 7 days and notice the difference. And do it before your phone, before the world enters your head, before you do anything else. Just 10 minutes in your SAJAG window. And if you want to understand why you still feel tired even if you rest for long hours, and if you want to understand why we constantly leak energy even if we rest, then please watch this video. We'll add the link in the description. It explores the concept of Brahmacharya, the yogic method of energy preservation. And maybe it is the piece you've been missing. Until then, stay healthy, stay calm, stay SAJAG. Namaste.